Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chief 117, and I have another update video. Before I get into the topic of conversation, though, I want to just start by saying, my goodness, I'm surprised with the reaction I got on that first video. Thank you all very much for that. I'm very motivated. I'm much more motivated now than I already was. So thank you guys again. I will do my best to do you guys proud. So last video I showed y'all the chest plate and the prototype helmet, and I showed you the back plate pieces. So after I quit filming, I got to work, and now the back plate is pretty much assembled, but as you can see, there's still some gaps that need to be filled. So in here, I had thought that this line would match up to the box here, but you can see there's a big gap. So I'm just going to use extra material, just some more of my scrap flat 16 gauge material. And I'm gonna, originally this cutout, this was gonna be filled in with just a piece, but now it's gonna end up being a larger piece. And the reason for that is because when we look at it here, you can see these angles. I really like the way this angle sort of, it rounds around the body, or it will go around the body. And I don't want to get rid of that by flattening this up towards I don't want to take this plane and bring it up. I like the way it wraps. So I'm gonna figure out a way to fill this in and make it look good. I also have to build sort of the vent detail that goes here inside the box. And for this, I am thinking that I can use simple round bar, and if I cut a bunch of segments and I stack them together like so, right, and I put them on the inside of these spaces, that'll kind of look like a vent. So I'm going to test that out. I'm going to cut some segments and test it and see if that works. Being as thick as it is, it's going to have some weight. So what I'll probably have to do is I'll make my little vent pieces, have all my little round bars stacked together, and then on the bottom side, the inside of the actual armor piece, before I weld it into place, I'm gonna have to grind this as flat as possible, so it'll go from being a full round bar to being like a half dowel, if that makes sense. I also need to fill in this spot, and I need to look around for it. I don't know where I can buy it yet, but I need to get like a 1/4-inch square bar. Like imagine this, but as a square and 1/4-inch by 1/4-inch, right? Because at the top of the shoulder box here, it's like trim that goes all the way around, and then there's a diagonal line that on both sides it goes in towards the neck of the wearer. That's the way it looks. So I need to replicate that. I need to find that size of square bar. Around the collar here, I need to kind of just fill in this line. So from this corner to here, just for the sake of safety and not like scratching myself or cutting myself or anything, I need to kind of fill this area in just to make it a little more pleasant to wear. And then, one thing I've been toying with mentally is just kind of figuring out how I'm going to attach the chest plate and the back plate. So, initially, what I had thought was sort of in the same way that Stormtrooper armor is. You have the chest plate and back plate, and then on Stormtroopers, there's like a shoulder strap. And it kind of gives you this hinging action. So what happens is these parts can hinge open and close and clamshell around the body. So my initial thought was, okay, I'll do that, and I'll actually buy hinges and just weld them together. But the more I thought about it and the more I'm looking at this, these angles are a bit funky, and I'm going to have to fight. Oh, can't really see that. There we go. So the angles and the width of these pieces compared to one another, they're off a little bit, so I don't know that the hinges are gonna work. So what I've been thinking about, since this space is so big, I'm considering just taking these two parts and just welding them together here at the top. So what that means is that this entire portion of the armor would be one solid part. And then what I'm thinking is, well, that fell over. What I'm thinking is the sort of under the arm strap portion of the armor, I think I'll have a hinge here so it can open up. I can put the whole part on me, and then I can take this and close it and latch that. So that way, the latching portion of it would be down here rather than, hinging up top or anything. I'm hoping that makes any sense. So my next step. So after I cut filming, what I'm going to work on is that. I'm going to start with the filling in these gaps, and then I'm going to, depending on time and how long I work today, I'll tack things together just to experiment and see if this is viable for me to attach both parts together and make that make the upper body like one solid part, if that makes sense. And also a note for videos moving forward, either the next video or the video after, I should be getting, I'm gonna look into getting an editing app, so that way I can actually show you guys me working on the parts and give you guys a better presentation rather than these one take vlog style videos. So that should happen kind of soon. And as far as a schedule, I'm gonna loosely say that I'll do videos like once a week, because the way I've been working right now, I go through the work week, and then on the weekends I come into the shop and I spend, vaguely 5 hours or so just working on this stuff. So, we'll see. There might be some lapses in that schedule, but loosely look forward to a weekly upload. But yes, with that, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. So, again, thank you guys so much for all your initial interest in what I'm doing here. I appreciate that very much. I'll do my best to show you guys a good presentation, and I'm going to work very hard on this project. This is Chief 117, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and have a good day.